All right, hello everyone. Today, or at least in this video, I don't know if this is getting uploaded yet. We're taking a look at the last of the 4 heroes we have not yet looked at from this season. It is Jetpack Cat. We'll go to Jetpack Cat's default skin. I don't need to have like full military police soldier Jetpack Cat. But here we go. Jetpack Cat. I honestly don't even know where to begin with this hero. I am blown away that this hero exists right now. So we're gonna jump in. Here's Jetpack Cat. I'm currently in transport mode. This is the shift ability. We'll talk more about it later, but that's just a look. I guess I can do this too, so you can get that look at Jetpack Cat. What an insane hero to actually have in this game. This is... Anyway, here we go. Jetpack Cat. Jetpack Cat's primary fire is the Biotic Projectiles, mid-range projectile spread that heals allies and damages enemies. So, we can damage enemies. And we can heal allies. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Next ability is the Lifeline ability. You can toggle into transport mode, allowing an enemy to be towed, increases movement speed, and heals your ally. Now, I don't know how to get this to work in the practice range. I don't think you can, because I believe that your ally has to, like, let you do it. But as you can see here, it has, like, a little spot here. It's green. And then I guess they can just kind of approve it if it's a normal thing, but in here it doesn't really work. But this will be something I'll show you off in the gameplay. I'll make sure to do it very early on, so you can see how this one works. But as you can see, you toggle into transport mode, you allow an enemy to be towed, it increases movement speed and heals your ally. So they get that's what you got. It doesn't say the healing, but that's that. Kind of the main ability, I think, of Jetpack Cat's kit. Next, we do have the Frenetic Flight, which you accelerate in your movement direction, and you have fuel recovery is slower while carrying another player. Once again, I'll show that full extent later, but you can see here we go. We're flying. We're soaring. Also, you might notice Jetpack Cat can just fly permanently. I'm not pressing any buttons right now. I'm just in the air. Yep, Jetpack Cat, the first hero that truly flies forever and never has to touch the ground again. Isn't that fun? I didn't talk about the passives. I should probably talk about the passives. So, of course, permanent flight passive, which is very, very cool. And the sub-role Tactician, which in the perk for that is you can gain excess ultimate charge, which carries over after using your ultimate ability. So that's that. Very, very fun. I guess that's what this above the thing is. So that's all the excess ultimate charge that I can carry over, which is 25, which is about the number that I thought it would be. That makes sense. It's going to be really good on Lucio beats, so you can beat and then have a 25%. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, the other ability that Jetpack Cat has is her E ability, which is Purr. You create a pulsing area that heal that increases in frequency over time, and it knocks back or nearby enemies. So here we go. We're going to use it. We're going to Purr. We heal. They get some healing. And then if I activate it, it will knock those enemies back. Gotta wait for the cooldown real quick. Okay. We can knock back. You know what? We'll knock back Tracer. We'll fly over to Tracer and knock her back. Hi, Tracer. Bye, Tracer. Isn't it fun to knock off Tracer? It's always my favorite thing. She's so easy to knock off. She's so small. Anyway, final ability we have is Catnapper. You dive towards a ground location knocking down enemies and tethering the nearest one to you. So, Tracer, prepare. We're going for a little ride. Goodbye, Tracer. I'm just bullying this Tracer right now. But there you go. You see, we did some damage when we went down. 25 damage. 1.5 second knockdown. 6 meter radius. You do have a movement speed penalty when carrying a tank, but you just kidnap heroes. It's great. And we carried over all that ult charge, which is nice too. Let's do it again. Yeah. You're never seeing Emily again, Tracer. How does it feel? So there we go. This hero is crazy. So, finally, let's take a look at the perks. We have Claws Out. Quick melee becomes empowered every 6 seconds, wounding enemies for 40 damage and slowing them by 30% for 1 second. And Transport Shielding, gain up to 75 extra shield health while carrying another hero. That one seems much better in my opinion. And then we have Headbutt, where Frenetic Flight can knock back an enemy on impact when flying fast enough. And Territorial, where Per now also deals damage. And knockback is removed. So 50% of the healing amount is the damage that is dealt, but they no longer get knocked back. That's no fun. So we're gonna do this, and bye, Tracer. Yeah, this is you know what? I feel bad. So we're gonna bully somebody else. Let's bully Wrecking Ball for a second here. Goodbye, Wrecking Ball. That's really fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy, but it's really fun. So there you go. That's Jetpack Cat. All of her abilities. What an insane hero, actually. I'm actually like... the fact that this hero exists is crazy. Let's jump into some gameplay. Let's show off this transport mode a little bit more and some of the other abilities that she has. I guess I should also show you her quick melee, because I didn't. She scratches. There you go. Rah! Rah! Goodbye, Wrecking Ball. So there you go. Anyway, let's jump into the gameplay. Let's take a look more at the shift and give you my my overall thoughts on good old Jetpack Cat. All right, our final video here at the end, talking about the opinion on Jetpack Cat. 4 heroes was a lot to get through in this this day, so thank you all for sticking with me if you guys have been watching them all. So Jetpack Cat is a very, very, very unique character, I can say that. And I think maybe, if I'm being fully 100% transparent, one of my least favorite characters that Overwatch has added in a very long time. If not my least favorite character they've ever added to the game. And it has less to do with the overall... like, the idea of the character is not my issue. It's kind of the execution. And I will say that, to me, the best way to compare Jetpack Cat, if I'm being fully honest, is Jeff the Shark from Marvel Rivals. One of the main reasons why I stopped playing Marvel Rivals as early as I did is because I thought Jeff was a really annoying character to deal with. The way that he could just grab an entire team and pull you off the map, and there was pretty much nothing you could do about it, as a lot of characters in the game. Really kind of turned me off of the game. Jetpack Cat is not that bad, obviously. With Jetpack Cat's ult, you can only pick up 1 character from the enemy team, so at least in that way, it is not as bad as what it is when you're playing Marvel Rivals. But even still, I don't like having Jetpack Cat on my team, honestly. Like, just playing as her, whatever, like, I found it kind of difficult to feel like I was getting a lot of utility that didn't feel like kind of just throwing. And a lot of the time I just feel like the way that she plays just feels very like either I am able to like do like troll plays where I like pick up a Reaper and then drop the Death Blossom and it's like, oh yeah, that's so cool, or like some other like silly, funny thing you can do with the hero. I just don't really like the way she plays. I do think I tended to play her in a more like supportive capacity of really trying to like maximize healing and really make that a thing. I don't think she's very good at it. I think that's kind of the problem. Or at least I'm not very good at getting value with her healing. I think it's hard to like get the most out of her when you're playing a hero that like can fly everywhere and you're dealing with like heroes that are, you know, on the ground for the most part. You can purr obviously when you're with them, but it's hard. And the other problem is, and this is just an early game thing because she's still so new, but like so many times I go in to try to save a teammate and they just don't let me save them. They don't press F when I'm, you know, trying to transport them. And so then they just die when I was trying to save them, right? And so when that happens, I'm not healing them because I'm trying to get them out so that I can heal them later. And it's just one of those things that obviously with time will get better. People will learn the hero better. People will understand how she works better. And people will learn how to play around her better, and that'll be fine. But right now, I felt, honestly, like the hero is fun to play if you are like just trying to kind of troll and just like not really worry about winning. But like to me, I was playing as her and I was like, I don't feel like I'm actually doing anything really noteworthy. And it's a kind of a hero that feels very independent, which I don't like on a support. I don't like a support that like feels very much like they just kind of do their own thing. I also whiffed every ult that I used. I did not think this ult would be as like strict as it is, which is good, you know, as opposed to like the Jeff ult where you literally just like can swallow an entire team. This one, like you have to aim it, and if you don't get them, you don't get them. It is pretty easy to avoid the majority of it, which makes her also less annoying than a Jeff is. But yeah, I did not feel great about Jetpack Cat. I just did not feel very interested. And I mean, this Domino was really, really annoying me. Because I was trying to save her from like 4 fights and she never let me grab her. And it's like, no, I'm trying to grab you so you can live. I can heal you better. I can get you out of this fight. And once again, that's not a Jetpack Cat problem. That's a player problem. Like, if you need health, I'm trying to save you. Let me save you. Let me grab onto you. But no one would let me. A lot of times. So, yeah, I don't know. This is the most frustrated I've been with a hero release, I think, both as like someone who has had them on teams and has been playing against them. Like when I'm playing tank, I don't want a Jetpack Cat on my team. I just think she's not very helpful a lot of the time. Her healing is like kind of whatever, and unless I have like a really good second support, you know, like a Moira that's doing really well, or an Ana, something like that. Like there are good heroes that could be paired with her that would like alleviate some of the issues I've had with her, and like the lack of healing that I felt like I've get as her quite a lot. But ultimately, I just don't love her kit, and I think it's kind of weak, and I don't really love what they did with her. But I also will just admit, like, I think she is just a hero that is not in my playstyle. I just don't vibe with what she does very much. And so I'll probably play her in the sense that she's a funny cat character, and, like, it can be funny to play her and, like, grab people and, like, do silly things. Like, carry Emre and just let Emre shoot, and that's all. But as a hero that like I feel good about and I like want to play to like create a lot of value, I don't really like her that much. So that's my take. I know a lot of people are gonna like her. I think I have seen a pretty large number of people not really like playing against her, and that I totally understand, because like she can fly with no like real repercussions. No one can really stop her, and it is kind of annoying to deal with that. But I just don't love what they did with her. I think it's like the ability to have a character that can very easily like ferry people back from like spawn and whatnot is really nice, especially on the map like Push, where, you know, you kind of need that sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. She's the hero I have the most complicated feelings about, and I think it's very possible that in a month or two I'll feel much differently about her than I do right now. And it's very funny because like she's a cat. Like she's literally just a cat. Like, like I'm sitting here like this character. I don't like them. I don't like what they do. It's literally just a cat in a jetpack. Like, what are we talking about here? Like this is very simple. This is very silly. Like it's a cat in a jetpack. But I'm taking it very seriously. I'm taking it literally. Okay. I don't love this character. That's my take. I'd love to hear from you because I assume a lot of you are going to have a very different opinion about Jetpack Cat than what I do. So please let me know what you think in the comments down below because, yeah, I want to hear what you have to say. But that's going to be all for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more like it in the future, consider liking and subscribing as your support is greatly appreciated. But that's all. Hope you're all staying safe and staying healthy. And until next time, bye-bye.